Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Michael Oliver nil, Arsenal 1. Justice has been served. You can win games with 10 men. But as for Michael Oliver, you are an utter disgrace and should not be allowed to officiate another Premier League game after that. We may have won yesterday, but please, 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 please do not let that win mask over any of the incompetence that we witnessed on display yesterday. Because that was arguably the worst decision that I have ever experienced. One of the worst red cards, if not the worst red card that you're ever going to see. And what that's done is justification to the rest of the Premier League and the PGMOL that now, when you make a tactical foul 90 yards away from your own goal, it's now a straight red. Someone explain to me why VAR is not used in these situations. What's going on? You have no problem overturning yellow cards, Saliba as a prime example, and overturn it to a red. So why can't we overturn red cards then? Someone explain it to me. Michael Oliver, every single time. How many times is he actually going to shaft us? How many times is it going to happen? Because I'm starting to think now, like, why are we getting refereed differently to the rest of the teams in the Premier League? Because that's another incident where it's the first to happen and the last. I'm proud of the players for digging in deep and finding a way to win despite going down to 10 men. I feel for Lewis Skelly, 18 years of age, living the dream, playing in the Premier League and playing for Arsenal Football Club, and he gets shafted by an incompetent referee. Every one of them should be ashamed of themselves. I feel for Waneri as well, who had to come off at half time. And it turns out that that substitution was genius. Absolute genius. Because I was saying, well, why can't we just sub on an attacker and bring off a defender? But no, you can't really do that, can you? When you're down to 10 men. So, fair enough. Fair enough. Calafiori came on. Great finish. I mean, at this rate, our defenders are bailing us out, aren't they? Which is obviously nice to see, but come on. This is a clear indication that we need more from our attacking players. I thought the whole front three didn't really produce any flying colours. But, yeah, like, we still won the game, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And, in fact, no, back onto Michael Oliver and that. With the Wolves sending off, I didn't care less about the player getting sent off. I was more wound up by the decision itself. Because you're telling me, like, say if Gomez, I think it was, who got sent off, let's say he didn't get he didn't get a yellow card, he would have just been booked. He would have just been booked. If he wasn't on a yellow card, he would have been booked. He wouldn't have even seen a straight red. And when you watch the replay of that challenge, it is 10 times worse than the Lewis Skelly challenge. So you're telling me a tactical foul from, again, 90 yards out. You got 3 players covering. You get sent off for it. You get sent off for a fucking trip, by the way. But that's not a straight red. Someone explain it to me. What are the VAR people at Stockley Park actually doing? What do they check? Nah, they're too busy on FPL or Block Blast, whatever it's... Oh, you know what? I'm sick of it. And there's actually people out there that are trying to justify that decision. Why it was a red card. If that's the case, then... yeah, you lot clearly want the sport to be ruined because the game is gone if you think that's a red card. What can I say? Michael Oliver, 3 p.m. kickoff. It's a blackout. Let's get people rambling on Twitter about a certain decision. Let's make it all about me. Disgraceful. Why is it every time we go to the Molineux, we have these poxy decisions? Remember David Luiz when, I think it was the last time we actually lost to Wolves? If I'm not mistaken, I think, yeah. In lockdown was the last time we lost to Wolves. And we got shafted in that as well, when David Luiz got sent off for barely touching the geezer. And obviously Martinelli got sent off in the same passage of play. He got 2 yellows, despite not knowing he had one. And then yesterday, Lewis Skelly gets sent off for tripping someone up. And I'm like, fuck me, what is going on in this Premier League? Jesus Christ. Like, if you speak to French fans, German fans, Italian fans, if their teams drop points, you hardly see them complaining about referees. Why? Because they're not the centre of attention. But in the Premier League, we have all this, revenue to afford technology and, you know what I'm saying, owners for various other clubs. But we can't afford better referees than... What are we doing? And look, this isn't obviously a rant at Arsenal, because we still got the win, and it's just... Oh my God. The refereeing in this country. The refereeing is absolute... It's the worst it has been in a long time. I honestly don't know what to say. But, yeah, back onto the game. I'm sure I'll get more off my chest as the video goes on about, the refereeing decisions and that. But yeah, when we went down to 10 men, I still felt like we dominated and thoroughly deserved the 3 points. Wolves didn't really propose much threat. But yeah, after when we scored, it has to be said, everyone in that back line, Raya, superb. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori when he came on, Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, take a bow. Absolutely superb. The lot of them. Thomas Partey as well. I hear that his performance yesterday is going under the radar. And quite frankly, I'm not having it. Because I keep hearing, he's terrible at defending transitions. Yeah, he dug in. Proper. He dug in proper yesterday when we went down to 10 men. And I thought he was absolutely superb. Declan Rice, though, once again, absolutely superb. And he's been superb since the turn of the year. I think he's looking like the old Declan Rice from, obviously, last season. So, yeah, he was just everywhere once again, driving us forward, creating every opportunity. Waneri, again, as I mentioned earlier, I feel for Waneri that he had to get subbed off, because I felt like he was the only one that had some sort of drive and he had some tenacity about him in the first half. But obviously he had to get subbed off for Calafiori, and this is where I do give credit to the manager. I've obviously been on his case lately, but this is where I give him praise where it's due, because he got his substitutions bang on, and this is what he's capable of. Like, there's times where he does get it bang on, like he did yesterday. He subbed on Calafiori, like, in that moment, you're kind of caught in two minds, right? Do you go for the game? Like, we're not playing, obviously, Man City or Liverpool here. Like, we're playing Wolves. So do you sub on an attacker or do you sub on a defender? And it's safe to say that he got it bang on. Calafiori coming on to be solid at the back. We were patient. And then eventually we got that opportunity with Calafiori. And it was a brilliant finish. Superb. And there's no denying that when Calafiori is fit, although I don't rate him at left back still, we are a better team with him. I reckon we look a lot more threatening going forward. And I've always maintained that he is going to be a quality player for us in the future. Obviously, he didn't really have a pre-season with us, did he? He didn't go to America. Although he was there, but he didn't make an appearance. So, yeah, I still think he is more of a centre-back. But, bro, going forward all season, he's been absolutely superb. And I don't know what it is, but when we go down to 10 men, both games, both occasions where we do go down to 10 men, Calafiori always pops up with a goal. I don't know. Perhaps we should be playing our defenders up front and our attackers in defence. Why not? Why not? We're always screaming at Arteta for trying something different. That could be something to experiment, I guess. Then we move to the front three. I thought Trossard was the best out of the three. I thought it was decent in the first half. Second half sort of faded away. Martinelli, now, I thought he was pretty poor. Up to the point, though, he put the cross in for the goal. And, look, I don't blame Martinelli whatsoever that he was not really up to the standard he was on Wednesday. Because, A, he was playing in the wrong position. He played on the left against Zagreb. And he was absolutely superb. But he had to play on the right. And then B, Wolves are always going to sit a lot deeper. So, when there's no space for Martinelli to exploit, yeah, it's not great. And then we move up we move up top to the number 9. Or our number 29, should I say. I think I understand now why he chose the number 29 shirt, because I swear that's the amount of chances he's missing every game. Yeah, honestly, he's frustrating the life out of me. But one thing I can't take away from Kai Havertz, and one thing that I do disagree with most people about, is his work rate. It's absolutely superb. And he never stopped running. I mean, I saw at the end that he collapsed pretty much, because that is a sign of a player that needs to be benched. Not in like a horrible way. Well, to an extent, yes, because he's been missing chances. But A, he needs to be dropped because he's just not a number 9. And B, he just looks shattered. He does. So, I think Havertz was poor, but you just can't take away the work rate and the fact he ran himself to the ground. And he does, give 100% every game, and I'm not faulting him, but he's not good enough. And I am sort of turning the tide with Havertz slightly. I've always said, you know what, keep him as a squad player, but I'm this close to just, I'm this close. Just cutting my losses, with Havertz, because, yeah, he's just not been good enough. He's just not been good enough, and, yeah, again, more missed chances, which is hella frustrating, and yeah, I honestly don't know what to make of Kai Havertz anymore. Kieran Tierney, when he came on, the best crosser we got at the football club. And I tell you what, I'd keep him for another season. I really would. But obviously that's not going to happen. I think he's going to be leaving in the summer. There's reports suggesting that he's pre-agreed a contract with Celtic, so he's going to be going. But at least we, get to see more of Tierney from now on to the end of the season. Hopefully he gets a good send-off, because he's been a brilliant servant to Arsenal. And yeah, it's just a shame how things have turned out at Arsenal, because I thought we honestly had a left back when we first bought him that we're going to look forward to for the next 10 years. But yeah, clearly not. And I thought when he came on again, really, really, really good. Still though, we we do need players. We do need players in that position. When Tierney got subbed on, because you can't be subbing your left back at left wing. Surely that's got to. Surely that's going to be a red flag to the manager and the board. Surely that we need players in that position. Surely. But yeah, guys. What could I say? 1-0 victory. Proud of the team for the way we dug in. We still need players though. Obviously, I'm not denying that. And considering we were against the odds pretty much, I mean, how many games have we won with 10 men under Mikel Arteta? I don't think we've won one. So, yeah, big up to the manager, big up to the team. Michael Oliver, you are a fucking cunt. So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There will be a watch along for the Girona game on Wednesday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It's the last game, I believe, of the Champions League phase, so everyone's playing, and yeah, we're pretty much through already, so I'll be doing a watch along for that one. Unfortunately, I didn't yesterday, because, yeah, I was out all day, so hopefully you guys understand. But in the meantime, appreciate everyone locked in as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Fuck Michael Oliver, and come on, you Gunners.